Good morning, students. And this morning, I'll be teaching you how to get the least common denominator. Now, this is a very important subject because through finding the least common denominator, you'll be able to add or subtract fractions, especially dissimilar or unlike fractions. So, in order to add or subtract dissimilar or unlike fractions, we need first to find the least common denominator, and then after finding the least common denominator, you have to change it to its equivalent fraction. Then and only then can you add the fractions. Now, in finding the LCD, please pay attention. There are three kinds of numbers or denominators in which you will find their respective LCD. So for the first, there are denominators which are non-factors. Okay? What do I mean? For example, 5 and 3. Okay, we have here 5 and we have here 3. So 2/5 plus 2/3. Now 5 or 3 here is not a factor of 5. The only factor of 5 is 1 times 5. The factor of 3 is 1 times 3. So 5 or 3 here is not a factor of 5. So to find the LCD of this non-factors denominator, you only have to multiply this. So here are the steps. So if you multiply 3 times 5, that becomes 15. Next, to change it to equivalent fraction, the steps are first, divide 15 divided by 5, then the product will be multiplied to the numerator, which is 2. So that becomes 15 divided by 5 is 3 times 2 equals 6. In the same way, 15 divided by 3 is 5 times 2 equals 10. So these fractions now are called equivalent fraction, or sometimes we call this similar fractions. Now when we have similar fractions, the only way to add them is by adding the numerator. So 6 plus 10, and that will yield 16 over 15. Okay, so these are example of non-factors denominator. The second example, we have 2/3 plus 1 over 7. So again, 3 here is not a factor of 7. So again, what you will do, you will only have to multiply. So you have 21. Next, divide 21 by 3 times 2. That becomes 14. Next, 21 divided by 7 times 1. That becomes 3. And if you will add 14 and 3, then you will have 17. Just copy 21. Last example. We have 2/5 plus 2/3. So again, 5 is not a factor of 3. So therefore, we will have to multiply. Next, divide. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Then you multiply to 2. The answer becomes 6. Next, 15 divided by 3 times 2. The answer is 10. So the answer is 16 over 15. So again, what will you do when you have denominators which are not factor of the other denominator? You will have to multiply. Okay, multiply. But the next denominators for which you will get the LCD are denominators which are factors. Factors, which means one denominator is a factor of the other. In this case, 2, 9 plus 1/3, 3 is just a factor of 9. Now, because we know that 3 times 3 is equals to 9. So therefore, 3 is just a factor of 9. So therefore, to find the LCD, use the bigger number. So the bigger number is 9. Of course, again, you multiply, you divide, you multiply, and then the answer is 2 over 9. 9 divided by 3 times 1, the answer is 3. Then, these are now what we call equivalent fraction. So to add equivalent fraction, just add the numerator. So the answer becomes 5 over 9. Let's have another example. 2 over 12 plus 1/4. Now, 4 is just a denominator of 12. In your multiplication table, we know that 4 times 3 is equal to 12. So therefore, what is the LCD again? The LCD is the bigger number. Now, next, divide 12 divided by 12 is 1 times 2 equals 2. Next, 12 divided by 4 times 1 equals 3. Next, add 2 plus 3, it becomes 5 over 12. So again, just use the bigger number is if one of the denominator is a factor of the other. Now, another example, 2 over 10 plus 1 over 20. So again, we know from a multiplication table that 2 times 10 is equals to 20. So therefore, 10 here is just a factor of 20. So what will you do? Use the bigger number. So 20 divided by 10 is 2 times 2 equals 4. Next, 20 divided by 20 is 1 times 1 equals 1. Then you add only the numerator, copy the denominator. So the answer becomes 5 over 20. Okay? Now, let's go to the third type. So we have first denominators which are non-factors. So what will you do? You just multiply. Next, we have denominators for which one is a factor of the other. So you use the bigger number. Now, the third type of denominators are denominators which are non-factors. Yes, they are not factors. One is not a factor of the other, but they have common prime factors. Okay? So, for example, we have here 2 over 10 and 1 over 8. Now, of course, definitely, in our multiplication table, we cannot find any number that can be multiplied by 8 so that it will become 10. So what will you do? To find the LCD, reduce denominator to prime factor. So what does it mean? For example, here, we have here 10. So what is the factor of 10? So what is the prime factor of 10? So 10 is actually 2 times 5. Okay, 2 is a prime number, which means no other number can be multiplied other than 2 times 1. 5 is also a prime number. We have only a factor of 5 times 1. Next, we have here 8. Of course, the factor of 8 is 2 times 4. But 4 is not a prime number. It's a composite number. So you have to factor 4. You put x, and then you have to factor it to 2 times 2. So how to find the LCD? First, you cancel the common. The common is 2. So, and of course, 5 has no common, and 2 here has no common. So, get the common, kunin mo ng common, which is 2, then you multiply numbers that were not cancelled. 5, so you have your 5, then 2, and another 2. Okay, so you multiply that, then therefore the LCD becomes 40. So that is now your LCD. So divide now, same pattern. 40 divided by 10 equals 4 times 2 equals 8. 40 divided by 8 equals 5 times 1 equals 5. Then you add the numerator only after they were reduced to their equivalent fraction. So 8 plus 5 equals 13 over 40. Let's try another number. 1/4 plus 1/6. So again, these are non-factors. Of course, we know that 6 or 4 here is not a factor of 6. Okay, we cannot find in our multiplication table 4 times anything equals 6. So what will you do? Find the LCD, reduce denominator to prime factor. So therefore, we'll reduce 4. 4 becomes 2 times 2. And 6 becomes, okay, 2 times 3. So the first step is cancel the common. Okay, then the cancelled common, you only write one number, which is 2. Then you multiply the remaining numbers which were not cancelled. 2, here's 2, then 3, and here's 3. Then you multiply 2 times 2. 4 times 3 equals 12. So 12 now is the LCD. So divided by 4, 12 divided by 4 times 1 equals 3. 12 divided by 6, 2 times 1 equals 2. Again, add, the answer becomes 5 over 12. Okay, let's go to our last example. We have 2 over 10 plus 1 over 12. Again, we are adding these similar fractions or fractions which don't have similar denominators. Now, so we have 10 here, the factor is 2 times 5. 12 here, the factor is, okay, 2 times 6. So first, cancel. Oh, I'm sorry. So 2 times 6, 6 can still be factored to 2 times 3. Okay, remember when you factor a composite number, you put x. Okay, so you have 2 times 2 times 3. That's now the prime factor for 12. So the first digit will be cancelled because we have common 2, and the remaining will just be multiplied. So we have 2 as the common, then we have 5 here, we have 2 times 3, and you multiply everything. 2 times 5 is 10, times 2 is 20, and times 3 is 60. So we have 60 as the LCD. Now, divide now. 60 divided by 10 is equals to, what number can be multiplied to 10 to become 60? 6 times 2 becomes 12. Now, next, 60 divide 12. What number can be multiplied with 12 so that it becomes 60? Okay, multiplication table of 5 or table of 12. So we have 5. So 5 times 1 becomes 5. Then you add now the numerator. Okay, so that's the process of adding denominators which are non-factors but with common prime factor. So the first thing that you will do, students, is to determine what kind of denominators are you adding. Letter A, is it denominators which are non-factors? So what will you do? Multiply. So example again, 1/3 plus 1/4, 1/5 plus 1 over 7. But if you have denominators which are factors, for example, 10 and 2, 1 over 10 plus 1 over 2. So 2 is just a factor of 10, so you just use the big number. And for our last illustration, we have denominators which are non-factors, but when you reduce it to prime factors, they have common factor. So what will you do? First step is you reduce to prime factors and then cancel the common, then multiply the remaining numbers which were not cancelled. So I hope this will help you in solving fractions, addition, or subtraction. The same principles apply when you add or subtract dissimilar or unlike fractions. Thank you very much, and may God bless you and help you.